Hi everyone, welcome to the Synergy Podcast. My name is Justin.
And my name is Emre. Today we are going to be looking at comments for the question, what's the best toddler complaint you've ever gotten? From the subreddit AskReddit.
The first comment that I have here is, after a couple of slices of pizza, 3-year-old bursts out into tears and says, "My mouth wants more, but my tummy doesn't." And I'm just like, me too, kid, me too. It's just like...
That's probably the most relatable thing out there.
I know, and it's coming from like a toddler, and it doesn't stop there. So like the relatableness of like a 3 to 5-year-old is ridiculous. I didn't realize how much I related to a toddler, which I don't know if that says something about me, but
A kid asked for an envelope, so I gave her one. She started screaming and crying, "I want an envelope!" She meant cantaloupe.
yeah, man.
Everyone likes some good cantaloupe, you know what I mean?
Dude, I love some good cantaloupe and a good envelope, but I'm also 24. I overheard at a grocery store, mom let her little boy pick out some ice cream. Kid chooses some sort of chocolate banana popsicle, and mom says no. Kids start crying. Mom says, "I thought you didn't like bananas." Kid immediately stops crying and says, "Oh yeah," and picks something else.
I don't
Like,
understand. I mean, I feel like that happens all the time, though. You know, maybe they see their friend doing it, and they're like, okay, like, I like bananas too, but, you know,
Where it
some
just
don't.
looks so good, you know? Like, I get that from, like, a toddler. Like, you know, just, like, in general, though. You don't have to be a toddler to understand, like, some people don't like sushi, but, like, sushi looks so good.
Right, right. I mean, it's the same thing with the Rice Krispie bars. I think they smell way better than they taste, but that just might be me.
Yeah, you just get disappointed. But, like, you know, a toddler
Right.
I understand that, like, the no filter and not realizing, like, the things that they love. And that's why the mom is like, "Yeah, you don't like bananas, you stupid 3-year-old."
Oh, yeah. The next comment is, we had a full-on discussion with my daughter because we told her she was 2 and she was insisting on that she was 3. It ended up with us agreeing that she is 3, but asking her if she could possibly just blow out a candle that is number 2. She did it, only to warn us that she wants a 3 next time. Fine with us.
I like that. Like, that she wants a 3 next time when she's actually going to be 3. It's hilarious. Or the kid is just going to grow up thinking they're 1 year older than they actually are.
Right, either or, you know, it's just funny because, like, the kid thinks, like, they won, but in reality, they didn't.
A good thing toddlers forget almost immediately.
Yes. Oh,
Or
thank
so
God.
you think. So you think. I mean, I guess.
So you think for sure.
You hope. You hope. Yeah. A lot of people think that. They're like, "Oh, my toddler won't remember this really super weird thing that I'm doing right now," but then they do forever.
And then they tell your family members and everyone else.
Yes. And then you didn't even know they knew, and they told everybody.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the next reply I have here is, my daughter, about 5, threw a wadded up piece of paper at us and ran away. We opened it up and she had written, "Can I have a snake?" Wife yelled, "No, you may not." And my daughter then came back almost in tears to ask why not. She said, "I ate all of my dinner, so why can't I have one?" Wife asked that had to do with snakes, at which point we realized she had misspelled snack.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, she wanted a snake, like I guess a pet snake or just a snake. But yeah, the kid really was talking about a snack, and the parents were like, "No, you can't have a snake."
Poor kid is like, why?
Like,
I ate all my dinner.
She'll talk about like some ice cream.
The next comment is, I was at the lake with my family and was playing with my little godson. I threw him in the water, so he surfaces, glares at me, and says, "Yeah, well, you'll die before me." We all lost it. He's a pretty awesome little guy.
That is amazing. That is and true, which is the funniest part about that. Probably
Like,
true.
I can
Hopefully
just
true.
see his face, just like looking at the grandma.
I
Like,
know.
I can't believe you done this.
Kids get like this like super serious face on. And it's
Yeah.
just like, are you trying to steal my soul right now?
It's honestly terrifying. It's almost like they know everything in existence of life in the universe.
Children are so cute, but also so creepy at the same time, and I don't know if anybody else agrees with that. I'm sure that they do.
Oh, they're terrifying.
Yes, in so many ways. They could get hurt so easily, and also in the way that they stare into your entire being and say things like this next reply, which says, "My wife woke the kids up and told them it was Monday, so they needed to get ready for school. Don't like Monday, hate Monday, your Monday."
Oh my God, that's awful.
It's so funny because, like, in the kid's head, that's like the worst insult you could ever give. Just,
I mean, that kind of hurt me. I don't want to be
yeah,
Monday.
right? They literally just said hate Monday, and they were like, Your
Your
Monday.
Monday.
I just imagine like the kid talking in a normal child voice, and then as they say "Your Monday," it's just like "Your Monday." And yeah, the kid was 4 years old, so oh my god,
Jeez, they're ridiculous.
small little person saying big person things.
Yeah, yep, that's really embodying a toddler. So this next comment is probably my favorite, I think. It says, "I want milk in my soup, but I don't want it to be wet." And someone replies, "They call that cheese."
Yeah, right. Like if cheese wasn't invented, this little kid would have grown up to invent cheese.
Oh, 100%.
They say most children are born geniuses, and I kind of agree with that. Like if you think about a lot of the things toddlers say, like they just invent it that exists already.
Right?
It's
That's
pretty
so
amazing.
true. That is very true. Good point.
This next reply is not exactly a genius toddler, but nevertheless hilarious. My little sister, laying on her back, staring straight into the lamps, says, "My eyes hurt." Said, "Then stop staring at the lamp." No.
Oh my
Just
god.
like straight up, like, yeah, it's burning my corneas. Like, stop looking at. No, nope, not gonna stop.
That's wonderful. I would have
That's
just
so
loved to
funny.
see her face.
Yeah, I know, literally, laying on her back, like literally, like just.
Just like contemplating life, looking up at burning light.
Yeah, good thing they weren't like in a sunny field or something.
Oh god, oh no, the sun is a whole different playing field.
Yeah, exactly.
Toddlers, if you're listening, do not look at the sun like that, okay?
Please don't stare into the sun.
That's a whole nother playing field.
Toddlers and adults, because you know we have to tell adults too.
Oh, drunk adults are exactly like toddlers anyways.
Yeah, if you're day drinking, please don't stare at the sun.
Please. All right, this next one, it's a very good outlook on the situation. So, my little sister had epilepsy as a child, and she had to switch medications a handful of times until she found the right one. At one point, she was having hundreds of absent seizures per day. Her meds got switched, and when asked how she was feeling, she said, "My CD doesn't skip anymore."
Oh wow, that's actually like a super clever way of describing it.
Right? That's what I
I
was
actually
thinking.
love that. Yeah, that's like super smart. I don't think I think like doctors should explain it to children like that more often, considering a child said it.
Right, and like it's like I read that and I was like, wow, that's so clear.
Yeah, it just like clicks when yeah, that's like amazing. This next reply says, "When my little sister was a toddler, she screamed she couldn't go to sleep because her pajamas were, quote, too spicy."
Oh, too spicy pajamas. I hate those too.
I mean, like, I'm assuming she's talking about, like, itchy, like, when you get, like, itchy for in the middle
Right.
of the night, like, your pajamas. I like, find myself always sleeping in shorts and everything just because, like,
Oh, for
I get too
sure.
hot. If you're wearing, like, long sleeve, long pants, like, I feel like they put children in, like, long sleeves all the time.
All the time. There's too much
And I
friction going
remember.
on.
Too much, like I remember having to wear like those stupid pajamas when I was a toddler, and like, yo, that is accurate. My toddler self would have been like,
It's freaking spicy. Oh yeah.
freaking spicy ass pajamas.
All right, so this next one says, "My 3-year-old son shook me awake in the middle of the night to say, 'I have pictures in my eyes.'"
Oh my god.
So,
Sorry,
talking about dreams?
yeah, I was thinking dreaming, or like the fact that when you stare into your eyelids, it's not exactly like black.
Right. Yeah,
So
you
like when
definitely
you're
see some
meditating.
hallucinations.
Yeah, I wouldn't know if I call them hallucinations.
Well, yeah, not
but-
hardcore, but
Unless this kid's having full-blown hallucinations, in which case, yeah, you should probably get a thermometer. This next one is hilarious. One of my favorite ones, actually. My daughter wanted to drink pure lemon juice and threw a fit when she was denied. I caved on the premise of natural consequences. One sip and she vomited. She never bugged us about it again.
one sip and she just projectile vomits.
I feel like that is 100% the way to do it, though. Like teaching them and having them experience the fact that drinking lemon juice is awful is the best way to go.
Oh, for sure. I would definitely have them experience it as well. All right, so this next one is pretty cute, I think. My 2.5-year-old just kicked off when I refused to buy her baby brother 6 months teeth so that he would also have to brush his too.
Oh my god. So that's implying that the toddler thought that like their teeth were bought for them
Yeah.
and then installed, obviously.
Literally, like, gone to the doctor, installed surgically. Maybe the tooth fairy did it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the tooth fairy installs teeth as well as takes them away. So this next toddler says, "This gravity is too sticky."
Yes. Yes.
That's amazing.
9.81 meters per second to the floor is a shit ton. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Especially if
weighing down.
you're just learning how to walk. You
Yeah,
know.
right. That's so smart though. They're like, this is too sticky. Like, oh, I want to float. It's so much easier to just float around. And then you find out that when you actually start floating, it's super hard to brush your teeth. The ones that you got installed.
By the tooth fairy, of course.
Yeah. My boy cried when, after stuffing his sandwich in the VHS recorder, there was no movies about sandwiches.
Oh no.
Like you're
I
just
feel like I've
stuffing your
tried that.
sandwich. I feel like I thought that when I turned the TV on, like it was live, like behind the
Right.
glass.
Right.
I always wanted to break the TV open and just like
Take the
get them.
people out and shit.
Yeah.
All right, this next comment is my 3-year-old was very upset that kidneys make pee. But I don't want my kidneys to make pee.
I mean, like if you really think about it, we're most of our time we're either sleeping or going to the bathroom.
I know, come on.
Yeah, people waste a lot of time, and you don't really have that much to like do anything else except for pee and sleep.
Ugh, adulting.
And like a toddler is figuring this out super early, which could be very existential.
Oh, for sure.
This next one says, my 6-year-old yelled, I'm too tired to go to sleep, in a fit of delirium and rage.
That
No, like
happens to
I've been
me.
there. I've been there when it's like I'm really exhausted, but it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, but I just can't go to sleep for some reason. It's like I think to myself, like, am I just too tired to literally go to sleep right now?
Yeah, for sure. But then, like, I also think, like, I want to do other stuff. I don't want to sleep. Like we just said, like 5 years of our
Yeah.
time is gone.
Like a toddler is like, I gotta play. I got so many toys to play
Yeah.
with. I
They're
have
like
so many
always doing
concoctions-
something.
So many concoctions to create in the kitchen. Falling asleep feels good, but then it just seems like a waste of time.
Like once you're there, it's great, but like when you wake up, it also sucks. But once you're going to bed, it's like, do I really have to sleep?
Yeah.
All right, so this next one says, my 2.5-year-old wanted to help bring in groceries from the car to our house, which is about 30 feet from the parking spot. I gave her a bunch of bananas. She carried them to the open front door, turned around and came back to the car, bananas still in hand. She puts bananas at my feet and says, they're too heavy, I can't do it.
That's so funny though. And she just did it twice.
Like, you could have literally bought in more groceries.
I thought you were gonna say that she got to the door and then just like dropped the bananas on the ground.
I mean, that would have been better than bringing it all the way back 30 feet.
This next comment says, I worked at a preschool from this October to December as an assistant teacher. We had a playroom next to the classroom, and one day we decided to go in there to play. In there was a shelf with a lot of dinosaurs to choose from. A child came up to me and said he wanted to play with the dinos. I said, okay. The child just sat on the floor and looked like he was having the crisis of his life, and then began to cry, and I asked him what was wrong. He said, there's too many dinosaurs to choose from.
Oh, my life every day.
That's what I'm saying. When you have a lot of things to choose from, it can be like super overwhelming, and like you could just replace dinosaurs with like literally anything in life, and you're just like, okay, I wish there was just two choices.
So this next comment says, my 4-year-old was mad when I told her that her nickname for crackers wasn't okay. She wanted to call them crack.
My kid loves crack.
Saying it out loud is ridiculous.
Like, mommy, can I please have some crack?
Oh yes,
Sure,
honey. Here's some crack.
Do you want the saltine crack or the Ritz crack? The kids love crack.
Oh, so much. I love crack. I was eating some crack last night.
Yeah, I had some crack and cheese, actually. A lot of people pay a lot of money to go on a wine, cheese, and crack tour.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why don't you just make the wine, cheese, and crack at home? You can make crack at home. You can
Yeah,
totally make
right?
crack at home. There's so many
Think about
recipes.
Why is even bars exist? But, of course, people love to go out, which, is fine and everything, but...
Not right now, ladies and gentlemen, though it is still COVID season.
Yeah,
And,
after COVID, I'm like, screw that. I'll just have the bar at my house.
No, for sure. So this next comment is pretty funny. I love this one. Says, serving a toddler in her high chair. I have a plate of things that I place before her. She looks at the plate, scowls at me, folds her arms, and declares choke-a-death. Choke-a-death. Oh, would you like me to cut up that smaller so you don't choke to death? She nodded sadly at me, like I was clearly an idiot. Kinda set the stage. Been like that for a while. She's 17 now.
Oh my god. That is actually amazing, dude. Like, can you not kill me? Thank you.
Like, imagine you're a toddler having to tell your parent to like take care of you better.
Yeah, I know. Can you please cut out that steak so I don't die? Yeah, all right. Thanks, man. This next comment says, I was a restaurant server one night when a family came in. Normally, I'm not a fan of kids, but this one girl, like 5 or 6, broke the mold for me. There was just a fire in her eyes, but she wasn't unruly, just in the moment. I walked up to the table after they finished a seafood platter, and I hear the parents loudly saying something they obviously want me to hear. No, honey, they don't let you take the lobster shells home. I could feel invisible elbows jabbing me in the ribs with their glances. Before I open my mouth to back up their story, she huffs and says, well, can I at least keep the eyeballs? And then proceeds to hold up a fork with the lobster eyes impaled on the ends of the outside prongs like a war chieftain with the head of an enemy.
Oh my god.
Adorable. I think the best thing is the way that this like waiter saw this whole thing.
It's reminding me of like the Green Hell game where like you walk around the tribes and like you see the like a python dead on stick.
Yeah, literally, like a war chieftain.
Literally. All right, so this next comment says, I gave my niece a cookie with a corner piece that had fallen off, and I gave my nephew a whole cookie. He was pissed that he didn't get 2 cookies, so I took his whole cookie, split it in half, and showed him that both his half cookies were bigger than the corner piece on his sister's cookie. He got all puffed up because he got more cookie than her. Kids are stupid.
What a little selfish child.
Right. The competition starts young, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. This is definitely in America. You already know that.
Oh, for sure.
All right. My 3-year-old had a meltdown because he wasn't in our 5-year-old wedding photos. He said we didn't love him, and that's why we didn't invite him to our wedding.
Oh, he wasn't born.
Yeah, exactly. I just didn't understand. He's like, you don't love me. You didn't even invite me to your wedding. Like,
What kind of parents are you? This next comment says, my youngest son once wiped a booger on his cauliflower. There, now I don't have to eat it. Me, holding back tears of laughter. Oh, you're for sure eating it now. But Dad, it has a booger on it.
I gotta say, I was just talking yesterday about eating boogers. Okay, I had a conversation about eating boogers because I saw this article.
Naturally.
Yeah, I saw this article that said that eating your boogers actually exposes you to like bacteria or pathogens in general that like you normally wouldn't, I guess, be exposed to.
Right,
Because your
makes
body
your
just like,
immunity better, right?
yeah, I guess so. So maybe like that's a part of toddlers having better immunity is the fact that they just eat their boogers. Maybe it's like a natural thing. It's like a survival of the fittest. Those who eat their boogers.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I for sure can tell you, I have 100% eaten my boogers when I was younger, and I don't regret it because I never get sick.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember, and I also don't know if that's why you don't get sick, but
I mean, I like to think it is.
yeah. I mean, you could just tell people that.
Oh, for sure, it's my party trick. Do you want to see what I can do? I don't
Eat
take
my
vitamins,
boogers.
I do this.
That's all we have for today. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Catch us every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and remember to have a lovely day.